It's a holiday, man. It's New Year's Day. You're supposed to just wake up, watch the
supposed
fucking
to chill.
parade, watch the bowl games, watch the Rose Bowl.
I didn't watch the Rose Bowl at all. And Indiana beat Alabama by a ton, like 34-3.
In the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, the University of Indiana has not won a bowl since 1991.
Wow. See, I don't.
Vibe shift.
I just don't. Don't they do like playoffs now or something? Like
Yeah.
and every bowl. I don't know why I was looking at this. I was just curious because I've been so checked out. I mean, I never really paid that much attention to college football, anyways. But I was just remembering how, like, when I was a kid, like the bowl thing, it was such a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like how the way that literally every bowl now is just like the most ridiculous corporate sponsor. Like just reading the list of them was so comical.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, it's 1,000 companies that you've never heard of, or just like absurd, like parallel universe. Like it feels like a fucking Pynchon novel or something. It's just like, wait, how is this real? You guys are like really doing this? And it's so weird to me.
I think the one that seems to be getting a lot of attention is the Pop-Tarts Bowl, because they
See, at least that's a product that I know.
Yeah, I've heard of Pop-Tarts. But they have like life-size Pop-Tart people, like mascot Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
And then they toast themselves at the end.
Nice.
Like they put themselves in a giant toaster.
Yeah.
And then
That's
they
real.
lay down, and the teams like rip them apart and eat them while they're still alive.
It's great. It's really
Incredible. I actually, I would watch that. I'm pro Pop-Tart Bowl.
It's been pretty,
performance
it's been
art.
pretty well received. I think like in an era of very cynical, sad corporate sponsorships at the bowls, the Pop-Tart one seems to be liked now.
Yeah, I like a little element of performance art and some sort of like vaguely it's sort of new, like it's a new pagan style traditions to add on to all the old guys bonking into each other stuff. So it's fun.
Who won the Pop-Tart Bowl?
I don't know. I don't even know who played in it.
Gun to
this
my
year.
head, I couldn't tell you.
Is it like Division 3 schools?
No, it's a real
Big dogs.
bowl. You know what? Notre Dame got in and they turned it down.
Is it one that like used to be like the Cotton Bowl or the Sugar Bowl, or one that used to be like a really major one, or the Orange Bowl or whatever, and now it's just the Pop-Tart Bowl?
Let me look. It's it was BYU and Georgia Tech, and BYU won.
Oh. See, those are
Let's see, Pop-Tarts
Name
Bowl
schools.
annual. It was originally commissioned as the Sunshine Classic. It has undergone many name changes. Let's see.
you don't say. You mean it hasn't always been the Pop-Tart Bowl?
Yeah. Since 2020, the bowl has been sponsored by Kellogg's Kellanova through its Cheez-It and Pop-Tart brands. Huh. There we go.
Where does it happen?
Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami
Florida?
Gardens, Florida, or Florida, Orlando.
Huh.
Yeah, well, there we go. So it was the Sunshine Classic, working title, Blockbuster Bowl, CarQuest Bowl, Micron PC Bowl,
Blockbuster.
MicronPC.com Bowl.
Micron, nice.
Visit Florida Tangerine Bowl, Mazda Tangerine Bowl, Champs Sports Bowl, Russell Athletic Bowl, Camping World Bowl, Cheez-It Bowl, and now it's Pop-Tart Bowl.
Cheez-It Bowl. Cheez-It Bowl is like a food group for me. That's like you just dump them in there and you just zone out. You just forget they're there while you're eating all of them. That's rock solid. I would not change my branding away from Cheez-It Bowl. That's evocative. That's a good day.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I gotta go Pop-Tart. If we're going Pop-Tarts versus Cheez-Its,
Yeah?
I'm going Pop-Tarts.
All right.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Oh yeah, Pop-Tarts are great. You ever had the cinnamon ones?
Do you like a cinnamon one?
I like the s'mores ones. We've been over this. We talked about what flavor of Pop-Tarts you would keep in your car console in the mailbag episode.
I've had them in my car console.
Yeah.
I've had, that was a tour thing. That was like a thing that I would do on tour, early on tour, is I would buy some Pop-Tarts, usually at a truck stop or gas station or something, sometimes just at a convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
And I would stash them away. I would like put them in one of these, like up above like cabinet spots, but I would like stick them like way in the back. So they were just, it would be a secret spot that nobody would find them. And even I would like forget about them. But the idea would be that at some point in the tour, there would be a night, where at like 3 a.m, and you're kind of not quite ready to retire. The festivities are going on. You're watching some dumb movies. You're kind of chemically altered or whatever, and it's like, oh, it would be good right now. It's like, what snacks do we have any good snacks? And then you remember, and it's just like, and then it's like, and then you get up and everybody looks, it's like, what is he getting? What is he getting? And then you fucking go over there and you reach, it's like, you remember, it's like, oh, the light bulb goes off. That moment, that was always like a very magical moment. And you pull out the thing of Pop-Tarts and everybody just goes, oh, and you just go, yeah, it's fucking Pop-Tart time.
The Pop-Tart bowl this year, the trophy was a working toaster, and you could put Pop-Tarts into the ball and push a button and they heat up. I just sent you a video.
Hell yeah.
Astounding. Practical trophy. That's good. I like that. That could be the new wave. Trophy that does stuff. You gotta keep the hardware somewhere. You may as well have something that works.
Yeah, that's nice. What's the name of the pod?
The Pop-Tart Bowl. The Tired, brought to you by
God, I wish.
Is it Kellogg's Pop-Tarts? No, it's Tired, the podcast, the car podcast, for people who understand that cars are bad. With your friends Rory and Matty and Peter, coming to you from 2026. Hope everybody had a fucking great. Hope everybody's new year is off to a super killer start.
Yeah, happy Cuban Liberation Day to all who celebrate, everyone who's cool. It is the day they ran Batista fucking out of there. See ya.
Oh, wait.
Later, bozo.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hey, where'd Rory go? Rory's picking up let's go. My man's got the stuff. Let's see it. Yeah, Rory's holding up a Life magazine with my man Fidel on the cover. Let's go.
January 19th. 1959.
That's good shit, man.
It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
There's some really fun kind of candids in here, of like Camillo Cienfuegos standing on a portrait of Mrs. Batista as he phones from the presidential palace, just occupied by his men here.
Yeah. Foot planted.
Pretty good. Yep.
The general is in.
Gotta make some phone calls.
Ring.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like when you sneak into somebody's house and you just like start making long distance calls.
Yeah.
Break into their office in the radio station, perhaps.
Yeah.
See, you can't do that in a revolution anymore. No, everyone's got a cell phone.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not,
The vibes aren't as good.
using the landline. I mean, the vibes are not as good for sure.
Well, you can use their IP.
There you go. You get on their. That's true.
Their
Or you
IP
can-
address.
You can download a bunch of movies on their TV.
Yeah. You break in, you start torrenting from their computer.
Exactly. You start pirating stuff.
I'm gonna break into the Start torrenting all of Heated Rivalry right now. Out of my way. Are we doing? What are we doing today? Are we talking about the year in review, the hopes for the new year? What do we got?
I thought it would be fun just to talk about some. I guess really you're supposed to do this before the new year starts, kind of like.
Whatever. We busy.
But yeah, we didn't get to it.
It's an avant-garde podcast.
We're grinding.
Right, we make our own rules.
Yeah, that's right.
Really, I think it would have been wrong to do a 2025 in review show while 2025 was still happening, because you don't know what's going to fucking happen.
A lot of things can happen suddenly, you know?
We saw, who did we see ringing in the new year last night? There were some.
I was going to ask, I mean, you watched the ball drop. Did they have any like fun performances or celebrity appearances?
They had Ryan Seacrest was the host. I noticed that.
Diana Ross did a medley.
Diana Ross,
she was great.
Who is 89, I think.
Wow.
Is that right?
81.
81.
But looks pristine.
Looks, of course, yeah. The Goo Goo Dolls were on.
Were they? Oh, I missed that part. I love them.
Yep. Very
That how
unexpected, I would say. At the height of their power.
Wow.
And then let's see who else
Hey,
was
look
on
that
there. Mariah Carey,
see Mariah.
Pitbull, Lil Jon,
Pitbull.
Rick Springfield.
I gotta say, like both Rick Springfield. I mean, he's at least like old, like really, like kind of just classic of another era kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he was at least at one point like was kind of a guy who would be on something like that. The Goo Goo Dolls, I do not understand at all. Like that's a fucking band from Buffalo who had like one.
They had a
hit?
couple.
There
There was Slide. There was Iris. They had that song on the Treasure Planet soundtrack.
Okay, I missed all of these. Anyway,
Four Non-Blondes, 50 Cent.
A Name was also a good one. Okay, Four Non-Blondes for that. That's good.
Wyclef, Busta Rhymes, T.I., who was in
T.I.
Traverse
for a
A.
while. No way. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this summer, and is really good friends with Mike. And
Shout out to T.I.
bunch of people I don't know. Oh, the girls from Demon Hunter, K-pop Demon Hunter were on.
I saw them on the yeah. I saw them pop up.
Yeah,
Good for
and
them.
then Chappell Roan and Post Malone. I guess those were probably the headliners. Chance the Rapper. I finally found a list. If you're
Nice.
wondering why my recall has suddenly gotten way better. But yeah, it was nice. Had some steaks. Had some crab.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Nice.
Very depressing today, though. Today is a very depressing thing. I don't know. Well, not surprise. You guys aren't gonna believe this. Not having a fun day, but yeah, it was like especially. Although I did accomplish one of my goals, which is the 3-car garage that sits across from the house. Is the garage door openers are so old in there that you can't get a remote for them. No one makes a remote for them anymore. Can't even find a new old stock remote. So the system that we've been doing is opening the garage, the third garage bay door where the kids keep all their toys, walking around, and then walking all the way to the other end of the garage, pushing the button to open the door. But today I installed a button just on the wall outside. So it's a doorbell button that you just push from outside to open the door. Just drill the hole through the front of the thing. So yeah, I feel like we're like I accomplished something big today. It's not like You still have to get out of the car to open the garage door, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But it's like slightly less of a pain in the ass and 100% more janky and embarrassing. But it's fine. I don't care. It'll work.
I don't think it's more janky.
It's pretty
less work.
janky.
It's a quality of life improvement.
I think it's like 50% better. Not 100% better, but it was it was nice. And that now the GTI has been living in there, but its entrance and will be a little bit easier. So still haven't worked on the 911. I still have the two parts sitting there. I guess that's it. Are we doing resolutions or are we doing reviews?
I was gonna say we should. Do we remember what our resolutions were last year? Automotive resolutions?
I'll edit them in later. But for us not remembering, I don't know what they were. I don't know what we said. I didn't re-listen to the episode. I should have. I'm sorry.
So the resolution is to call the guy.
Okay. That's pretty good.
And also, and I guess the other resolution is one way or another. I think 2025 is the year that the SPG gets out of the driveway. It's just
either get all the cars running this year or sell them.
Nice.
So all cars must run and drive this year, or
I like
they're
that.
gone.
My list is promo the pod more. I need to hit the books more, get better at audio stuff. There's some things that I still need to really nail down that I don't feel as confident about.
good. It's good enough. Yeah.
Never. No,
I think it's
I'm gonna be.
I'm pretty sure that I resolved to do something about the Saab, which I haven't done. I think I resolved also to, I think I resolved to just clear out my whole car situation, which I didn't do any of those things. Some things were resolved in ways that, for instance, I think one of my resolutions was to get the Saab wagon, which I'm still technically on the hook for, because New York thinks that I still own that car,
Right.
and so they won't let me uninsure it.
Right.
If I take it off the insurance, I'm still paying insurance on it, which is, it's just a few $100 a year, but any amount of money, it's just, that's money that I'm fucking literally flushing down the toilet that I don't have anyway. And and come to find out that guy is out of business too.
Right.
So it's I'm not seeing that fucking car again. So I need to call or just go to the DMV and just say, look, I don't have this car. I don't have the fucking plates. If you want to track this guy down, I'll report this car as fucking stolen,
right?
Because it basically was, but I'm not fucking sending Geico any more money.
Yeah.
It's take my ass to jail, motherfuckers. It's confiscate my driver's license. I'll fucking, it's fuck you.
Was my resolution to get all the cars running?
I think it was.
Believe so. That sounds true.
Wait. Oh, the Jeep didn't run, but everything else ran.
There you
Not
go.
That's pretty
running,
good.
driving, but
Starts up.
Yeah.
running. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's success.
Per Blue Sky, my resolution was to promo the pod harder and support whatever my co-hosts were doing.
I would say you kept to those resolutions.
I don't know if you want to support everything we're doing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big commitment ahead of time before you even know what we're really up to.
That's fine. I'm all in.
All right, good.
You know me. I'm easy breezy.
I feel good. That's 4 out of 5. I would say like maybe this year it's to actually drive the cars would be the resolution.
I like that.
Trying to think I guess the Jeep would be the tough one. Although I feel like, I don't know, now that it's the engine's turning, I think we're there. I would say another resolution, maybe either take the sailboat out this year, which I did not do this year, or sell it, because if it's just going to sit in the barn, we shouldn't have it. Somebody else should be sailing around. All right, we're doing resolutions or review?
Yeah.
We're doing resolutions.
I think we've done resolution. I mean, I don't have any resolutions for this year. I have resolved to not make any resolutions.
No promises.
I believe he made one. He made one
Yeah.
joking commitment on Tumblr, which was to get worse, which I liked.
Yeah, no, one of my favorite people just reblogged and just posted in 2026 I will get worse, and I thought that was it's like here.
Cheers.
I second that.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Me and Victoria were saying we're both going to get weirder this year on Blue Sky, and my other resolution is I will simply repeat mine from last year, which is I'm going to promo the pod more and do more stuff for the pod and keep yapping about whatever my co-hosts are doing. Yeah, that's what I got. That's my goals.
I like that. It's good. Works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Review. What do we got? What happened this year? Do you remember anything that happened this year? 20.
I remember a few things. I was thinking of it in terms of like kind of big picture stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, there's lots of discrete things that happened, but I like to, you know, when you step back and do a when you're looking at a whole year,
The themes.
and now that we're no longer in it, we can see it in its wholeness. And I think that in the future that we will see 2025 as I think it's kind of like, I think it was just like, as far as cars go, the automotive world, what we're talking about, what our podcast is supposed to be
Ostensibly about.
Yeah, exactly. I think it will be kind of like seen as a bit of a watershed year, just because for a few reasons. I do think that to me the biggest story is just it was the year when nobody could pretend anymore that China just wasn't like just far and away, just leading the automotive world. And I don't think that in 2024 that was quite understood or felt in the same way. And I feel like it's gone from being like kind of a little bit of an outsider. I mean, at least, in kind of Western circles, being kind of an outsider perspective, to being one that I feel like is generally acknowledged as the case, when you have like, Jim Farley or whoever, people, I mean, it's just like everybody from fucking Donald Trump to, automotive, it's just acknowledged. It's like, oh yeah, no, they're beating us. They're beating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the horse is out of the gate, and I think that's a huge thing. I mean, it's just huge on a historical level, both in terms of the car world, but also it's kind of what it represents just in the larger world as well. I think it's just part of a larger seismic shift that's been going on for so long, but it's just so kind of obvious now.
Yeah, Peter and Kevin Williams vindicated, absolutely 100%.
I mean, this is what was the show. It was one of the first shows that we did in 2025, was where I kind of went down I spent a couple of weeks just like freaking the fuck out because I was like watching these videos and reading all this shit about China.
Yeah, it was actually in between, right around the end of the 2024 that you got in there. So even earlier, right at the end of the year, you were talking about getting in there. So we were pretty early adopters.
When did we do the show that was like tired with Chinese characteristics?
That's the one. Yeah. That would have been that was 2 episodes before New Year's.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
we were ahead of the curve there.
Then we had Kevin on. Let's go.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Rory?
Oh, for me, it like the big thing was like I guess like as part of like a bigger kind of more like global sense of just like giving up on like even the pretense of like the climate stuff, and then like giving like just kind of like throwing your hands in the air and being like, well, fuck it, like what's going to happen, it's going to happen, we have no control. But I think like the car part of that obviously is like the EV thing, which is like, I've been on this since the EV thing started, and like it was like, these commitments don't mean anything, like it's just something someone said, and like you can change your mind at any time, and like there's no law that means you're gonna have to. But I just like I keep going back to like a lot of the conversations that I've had with other journalists over the years, and like even like car executives or whatever, like just framing this as like an inevitability, like, hey, look, this is happening and like it's underway, and there's nothing, like it could happen faster or slower, but like this is happening. And like it was like it always seemed so flimsy to me. And then it's also like
remember the Car and Driver issue with the black cover?
No.
You don't remember that?
No. Was it recent?
Yeah, no, it was like a print. I mean, this was like several years ago. I think it was when we were living in. I'm picturing the Charlotte house, but no, it was kind of a funny story. But I mean, it was kind of about kind of like the uncertainty. Car and Driver, black magazine cover.
You're gonna have to minus seat covers and car covers.
Yep.
The shopping results are everywhere. All right.
Was it Car and Driver? I'm pretty sure it was Car and Driver.
I'm digging.
Anyway, it was just this kind of like, the world is ending, or it's like are we even gonna have, or maybe, I can't remember if it's like about EVs or autonomy or maybe just all of it,
Yeah.
But it was this kind of like. And God, did like Malcolm Gladwell write some shit for that issue too? I think he did.
Rory, can you type in the chat?
Oh yeah. I thought I did. I thought I put the Pop-Tart thing in there.
I know, but I closed it. Thank you.
You son of a bee. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
Got him.
Is driving dead? Oh, okay. I was picturing it like just completely black. I guess it has some text on it.
Yeah. So what year was this? This would have been
2017, November.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's right. Yeah, 31-page section edited by Malcolm Gladwell.
Yeah, he and Eddie are buddies.
I know.
Yeah, it is very funny. So that was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, they're not that imminent. But that's not what I mean when I say imminent. But like admitting it to yourself or admitting it to ourselves, where it's like, nah, we're not. You know what I mean? Like we're done. And it's like the EV thing has been so interesting and instructive. It's like I mean, that's like one of the things that I like about cars, and like why I keep doing this is that like you can learn so much about the world through the behavior of these companies, and like
Yeah, it's a great lens.
yeah, and it is man, it is like I said, it's like I never had any illusions about like whether the commitments to EVs were real, whether it was going to do anything. Like, you know, go ahead and flip the vehicle fleet tomorrow to EVs. Like, it's not, you haven't solved a real problem there. Like, whatever. We've talked about this stuff a ton, but the just kind of open, like, admitting it is a different thing. And it's like, if the like less cynical, more liberal minded people who like vote for Joe Biden because they feel like, you know, maybe he can do some good or whatever, like if those people are like, fucking it's over, like that's a you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like, I've had my optimism kind of extinguished in a lot of ways, for a long time. But it's like, if it's happening to the normies, that's a different deal. You know?
Yeah.
It
like,
is. It is. I mean, I feel like, I mean, I think part of that was a little bit inevitable, but it also was very much hastened by the incoming Trump administration,
Yeah.
and just complete fucking chaos just unleashed on global trade and
Yeah.
and especially like in terms of automotive stuff, you know, it's not just trade, you know, it's like it's the tariff shit, it's all the trade shit, but it's also regulatory stuff.
Yep.
You know, like this rolling back of like now cafe stuff and you know these very long standing you know regulatory kind of institutional rules and regulations that have governed the sales of cars in the U.S. and around the world. You know, it's like EU standards, the same thing, and all of that just being like completely upended. And as we've talked about, you know, ad infinitum, you know, I mean, one of the things with cars is that you know the product development cycles, they're long, you know. It's like it takes years to bring a car to market.
Yeah.
You know, from conceptualizing it to designing it to you know putting together the manufacturing stuff, having all the supply chain in place, and then certifying it and all that. You know, it's like you can't just fucking turn this shit around on a dime. And so automakers are just in this kind of pickle where it's like they're being forced to respond to things to just like an environment that is just in just complete chaos and turmoil, where it's just completely impossible to
Predict anything.
to predict or plan accordingly for it. So it's just everything is just like this kind of contingency based thing where it's like the best that you can do is just kind of try and cover all your bases, and a lot of them I think this was also a year where it was exposed, you know, who had basically just like placed wrong bets, you know, and who had kind of hedged wisely, and I think like right now you're seeing a lot of people in, a lot of companies, manufacturers, in pretty deep shit, and facing the consequences of having made the wrong bet. And then you see other ones who were maybe taking a little bit more conservative wait and see approach, or kind of dipping a toe into various things, but kind of holding back from diving in completely, who are now in like pretty good stead. I do think that one of the other, I feel like these stories are all kind of interrelated. But another kind of corollary to this is something that I feel like I've just like really just started hearing people talk about in the last few months, and I've heard you mention it, Rory, just kind of in passing, just using the phrase to describe Toyota as just like a what is it, like a full line manufacturer, like the idea of a car company whose product line, like they make everything, it's got like, this used to be most car companies, especially the big ones, you always had your kind of your niche, manufacturers, but big ones, your Fords, your GMs, your Volkswagens, Mercedes, Toyotas, Nissans, like, they made everything from entry level, bare bones, just transportation stuff, up through kind of mid range family sedans and SUVs as we got into more recent years. Maybe some like high end luxury stuff at the top, maybe like a sports car or something, kind of some kind of halo thing. But like increasingly, like that's kind of disappearing. Like those company and one thing that was really striking to me recently was just like seeing a thing where it was just like, I don't know if it was Farley at Ford, but basically Ford just like, when they threw in the towel on the fucking Escape.
Yeah.
The Escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just like, that's just like the fucking bread and butter, kind of compact, CUV, whatever.
Yeah.
It's basically like the fucking the Ford Escort of now, or Taurus or whatever, just like the most kind of mid-range entry level, just kind of like affordable family vehicle. And when they're giving up on that,
yeah.
And basically, and the quote that I saw was basically just like, we can't compete with Toyota. And we're just going to make like these, like what we do well and what we can make money on are these kind of like
margin,
higher margin kind of specialist vehicles, things like a Mustang or like a Bronco, like these and it's just like, well, okay, but it's like, you're fucking Ford.
Yeah.
Like the company that fucking defined like a century of the car of the U.S. automotive industry, which was the biggest in the world,
Yeah.
And it's like, and they're just fucking, fuck it. We can't hang anymore. We can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that is a tectonic fucking shift.
They, that the argument there, and I think like the reasoning, which I actually think is correct, is
I think it's yeah. They're right.
Well,
obviously,
the Bronco Sport is on the same platform, and it's a better margin. It's a higher priced vehicle.
Oh,
so the
wow.
manufacturing cost is roughly the same, and you just make more money. So they're just like, their bet is we can push everybody who wanted an Escape into a Bronco Sport, which I don't think is necessarily true.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the margin issue.
But I think that's kind of what's driving, or like that's really what's behind that. Like if they didn't have Bronco Sport, Escape would still be alive. And it is interesting too, because it's like, if you're Ford, that escape is probably in need of a refresh or of redesign. And it's like, do you throw all the money into that project when it, again, like you have Bronco Sport that's just like, a better margin.
Right. But it's also just kind of abdicating. I mean, it's basically just saying we're not going to make affordable cars anymore. Like that, like that's not part of it. We'll leave that to somebody else or to the used car market. Like I feel like for younger entry level buyers or just poorer, I mean, I mean, it's kind of this movement of just like relegating, like new cars are just no longer for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a, it'll be interesting to kind of see, because like there's so many pieces of what would have typically constituted kind of like the American economy that are just like totally being foreclosed from the house thing has been the case for quite a while, 10, 15 years, maybe more. But the car thing is strange, and it's like, it is like, these are some pretty load-bearing pieces of what, like I said, of what used to be the economy, and it's interesting to think like, it's like everyone now, it's like, well, if you don't have the money, you'll just buy a used car, and it's like, yeah, but where the fuck do you think you use cars? There's not a used car factory. It's like those are former new cars that are like, you know what I mean? Like at some point, someone has to purchase the car. But it is interesting because it's like, and there's all the little finance stuff, like people financing DoorDash and stuff, and like.
That's just apocalyptic.
I get my groceries
Man.
I'm paying for.
Fucking Klarna.
I'm taking these grapes on a Klarna. I was talking about Windows with somebody earlier today about how Windows 11 is bad and they're talking about making it worse actively right now, but it's like what are you going to do? Are you going to go buy a Mac, which is your new car, which is your new high-margin new car? You're going to go buy an Apple product. Are you going to switch to Linux, which is a car you have to fix yourself every day before you drive it? Or are you going to stick with Windows 11, which is the car that blinds you and is doing lane assist and is like having an AI talk to you and tell you that you need to take a nap and that your steering is wrong and it swerves you off the road in the other lane? And I'm hanging on to my Windows 10, which is my Toyota Corolla, but it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Everything is commuter gas prices now. You have to just go to the pump and close your eyes. What are you going to do? Not get gas? What are you going to do? Not pay? Everything now is either a subscription or you're getting priced out of an actual good that you would rather buy and pushed into something that you have to rig yourself using other people's advice, or you're clinging to the thing that still works because they're trying to sell you something in your remotely in your price point that you hate. There's no winning. I'm hanging on to Windows 10 and I'm hanging on to a Corolla. I don't want to have to I don't want to go into the car market right now. This sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just really to me, it's interesting to think about how far that goes. And I think, consumer electronics, Matty, the computer thing, it's you know what I mean? Some of the things that have kind of remained somewhat spendy, I could see that kind of becoming a more rich person oriented thing, or I mean, I think it largely is now, but it's you used to be able to buy a desktop, an old desktop or whatever for $500, or a shitty laptop for $500 or whatever.
Here's the thing: you buy a shitty laptop now. What's it come with? Windows 11. What can't it run? Anything, because it's running on as much RAM as my desktop, and Windows 11 is so bloated that Audacity will freeze. You try to select 5 seconds of audio. Ask me how I know. You have to get a new laptop with Windows 11 and put Linux on it. Everyone has to be a shade tree mechanic for their Linux install now, because that's where we're going. It's horrifying. I did that for 10 years. I don't want to go back, but I will. I'll do it.
Well, on the bright side, Matty, you can drive your Corolla really forever.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's the long time stable.
Like unlike the computer stuff, where it's just like gradually, website by website, like you will no longer, be able to
right. It's fine. It's fine.
things will just cease to function as the system software, falls further back into obsolescence. But the Corolla, man, just keep changing the oil and putting gas in it, and
yeah.
But yeah, I think those are the affordability thing is fascinating. The EV thing, just like stepping back, it is crazy too. Like it's hard to like. I don't know. It's like we talk on this podcast. I think like we're fairly well informed and stay abreast of things or whatever. But it's like the shock. I mean, I think like even more so than like 2016. The kind of like it's so weird because it's like I remember like seeing January 6th. 2021 or whatever it was, and being like, "Oh, he's getting reelected. Like if he doesn't go to prison for this, like he will be back in the White House."
Easy.
yeah.
And then I remember like during the shooting, the assassination attempt, quote unquote assassination attempt, whenever that was 20 years ago ish or whatever. But it was like, yeah, I guarantee, like, okay, this is a lock. Like he's coming back. But there's something that like this time around, and I think like the car thing is a part of this, but like the speed and like the kind of effectiveness this time around of like, okay, we're putting the jackboots in the streets. Like they would have not been able to pull that off the first time around.
Well, the first time they didn't have a plan. I mean, the first time they did not expect to fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they were as surprised as anybody else. And the far right basically had 8 years to fucking consolidate and lay down the groundwork and get their fucking Project 2025 shit together so that when he did get reelected, inevitably
they could let it go, let it rack, man.
Yeah, I mean it's and I don't even know how much of that is attributable to Trump himself. I think it's just like yeah, I'll readily. I mean, when that I remember talking about it on here with you guys.
Yep.
Like, just I just kind of thought it was a lot of
more of the same coming.
People get upset about not nothing, but I was pretty dismissive of the potential for a second Trump administration to be anything more than what the first one was, which was not good, but it definitely,
We're saved a lot by their incompetence.
We can't discount though that like there were 4 years where Democrats could have dismantled a lot of the machinery that's being used right now and didn't, and they never have.
No, exactly. That's not their.
Yeah,
That's not their purview.
Exactly.
That's not what they do.
Exactly. Well, everyone gets mad, and it's like, oh man, they loaded this gun in 2001, and they put it on a desk, and then like the Democrats just kept putting bullets in it every time they got elected, and then they're like, why is Trump shooting the gun? It's like, brother, you got in there, and you guys kept putting bullets in the gun every single time. Why are you mad that he's shooting the gun at you? Like, it makes me crazy. Like. The all of this like post 9/11 security states machinery stuff that was made and has never been dismantled by a Democrat in my lifetime. Like,
well, because it's a completely bipartisan project. It's, I mean,
exactly.
And the idea that there are really that there's any meaningful difference between the two parties is completely illusory as well. So I mean, it's just. Whatever.
I know. It's like everything that's happening right now is so predictable.
That's the part that I still,
Yeah.
Totally. Anyway, well, the reason I brought it up is I think that like just from a car industry and like a car media or whatever, it's like the difference in the world between last year and this year is so fucking vast. And like the trends and kind of like the feeling of like, or just like the mood of like what's happening in cars is like completely 180 degrees different. Like,
Yeah.
and it's been really interesting to watch. I think like people digest that, and I think like whatever, following automotive media, you get to kind of watch people digest that stuff in real time. But it's like, so many of them have kind of held on to like whatever position they were in last year, or like whatever their kind of like worldview was last year. But it's like, and the other thing too is like watching the entire media apparatus just continue to like disintegrate in front of us too has been like it's just, again, it's like a totally different world, and it's happened so quickly and so like completely that I don't know, like I can't remember, it's like we've in our lifetimes we've lived through some kind of big moments in history, but also like in the car business and all that stuff. And it's like, this feels really different. Like this feels like 9/11 level different of like,
I think it's more.
shift.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, 9/11, all that did to cars was fucking gave everybody 0% interest loans for a year.
Yeah.
It's like, go out there and buy,
Yeah.
Don't let the terrorists win. Go buy a car.
Go buy a truck. Go buy a Hummer H2.
Right.
Put your freedom
But
friends.
no, I mean, yeah, it's funny. I guess like thinking about, and I haven't looked at any end of the year kind of news things or synopses of it, just
Yeah.
like but yeah, I mean, I guess like thinking about it in these, I mean, just talking about it now and thinking about it now, I think you're absolutely right. Like it's not just a watershed year in terms of cars. I mean, it really was just like yeah, that was a fucking crazy ass year.
It's a weird
man.
one.
Yeah.
And
Didn't like
2020 was wild, right? I mean, 2020 was
Yeah.
COVID year, and it was like, it was all the, the crazy, cop, unrest and the summer of lighting fucking police stations on fire and just everybody just being completely unhinged. That felt like a big deal, but I feel like this is so much more consequential, and I feel like it's just this thing that's still kind of in the process of being played out. But I feel it feels irreversible in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and like that's the thing is like I guess like I can't figure out why it's so shocking to me. Like, the George Floyd summer thing was shocking to me. Like I did not see that coming. I obviously didn't see 9/11 coming. I didn't see, like COVID obviously was total like black swan. Like how did this happen? It's like the Trump thing, like this exact thing. I've known this was going to happen for a long time. You know what I mean? It's like, and you could see the little pieces of it lining up the entire time. And then it happened and it's like, whoa, like, again, it's like it feels like more shocking than any of those other events. And I think about like the Volkswagen ID buzz, like the environment that car was born in just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like a cute little, like I put a reservation on one, like
Wow.
little electric runabout. Like for here, it would be perfect, like to do my kid chores and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like it, granted, like it was pricey, although people, it's like, it's pricey, but all cars are expensive. But like the idea that car would be in and out of the market in a year and like just DOA, like
Yeah.
I think they sold
I mean,
like 5,000 of them.
It was
It's
just the absolute wrong car at the wrong time. I mean, just like the vibes could not have been worse.
shifted
Like
harder. Yeah.
that's just like, it's like the the photo of like all the blonde girls like turning around to like look at it's like, the fuck are you?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
like,
But it's like,
that's just-
that seemed like a hit 2 years
No,
ago.
totally right. Yeah, but it's just, I feel like it's just illustrative of just how just profoundly the mood has shifted to where
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, sorry, man, you showed up it's just it's not the right
wrong time, wrong place. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's so weird too, because it's like there are a bunch of kind of products like that. It's just like, in hindsight now, it's like, how could we ever have thought that was going to work? You know what I mean? It's like, how could you ever have thought that? Like, which I guess is just another like illustration of kind of the vibe too, where it's like, it feels so total and complete now that it's like you can't remember a time before it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't remember that feeling of like maybe this will work, or like I don't know. Like, and I guess like I like I said, I've always been kind of an EV skeptic, and like and that stuff. But I did think the like, if you would have told me that the Volkswagen ID Buzz again was going to be introduced and pulled from the market in the same year, I would have been like, no fucking way. like that's, you know what I mean? Like that's
it's like an Edsel level disaster.
Failure. Yeah.
It's like even that car lasted like 3
A couple
years or
years.
whatever.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. And I still like, fundamentally, I think like, I don't know, like they're a little bit flashy for me, I think, at this point, but it's like, it is a good idea to have like an electric, like not huge range minivan type car. Like that does make a ton of sense for people, but like just not now. And not like, it's just not anything that people are
Not here.
Yeah. But it's just.
Well, again, I mean, if they had brought that car to market and it was like $35,000, if it was half of what they were selling it for, I think that would have made all the difference in the world. But
I don't know. Like I mean, I think they would have. They'd probably still be selling them. And they would have probably sold more.
I think there would have been a lot more takers. I mean, I think that would have been a fairly appealing package to a lot of people. But
I mean, yeah, it is interesting. I don't know, because to me, like the average purchase price is like whatever 50,000, and I think those started at like 62 or something like that. And it's like, okay, you probably, most of them on dealer lots are just under 70 or whatever. So that is kind of asking a lot, but it's like people historically have spent a lot of money on premium EVs. Like that's not a non-segment in the market. You know what I mean? Like the Teslas have done very well in the $100,000 range, and like, well, not very well, but you know what I mean? Like within their niche. I don't know. It just like, but it also I think to your point, you have to be kind of a silly boy to buy a car like that, and a silly boy is not.
No, exactly. That's the thing. It doesn't fit or comport with just the. I mean, that's I guess that's what I mean with the vibes being wrong, because it doesn't telegraph $70,000 car.
No.
You know,
and it is a
and
weird
like
thing to spend $70,000.
And people who are buying $70,000 cars, like they want it to, you know.
Yes, to be.
It needs to. It needs to have the kind of semiotic value that communicates that it is that you're an affluent person who can buy, you know, a fucking Lexus or a high-end Tesla or whatever, you know, and that car is just kind of too playful and just kind of, you know, I mean, it's you know, it's a 21st century kind of version of a car that you know, I mean, you know, people who have living memory of those cars, you know, I mean, like I do. I mean, they were cheap, you know, they were just like super cheap basic transportation cars, you know, and that's what was like. They kind of had a reverse snob appeal, right?
Yeah.
You know, wealthy people bought them because they had this kind of like. It was just kind of like a cute toy, like it, you know, just as an affectation, right? It doesn't work in the other direction,
right?
Yeah,
unfortunately, for Volkswagen.
I wonder. Yeah. I guess it's kind of too like how much in the current economic, like we just talked about, like, you know, you're putting your groceries in a pay-in-4, like how much of the U.S. market for cars right now even really has the bandwidth to make a consumer choice based on what's fun anymore when it comes to the car. It's like, I gotta get to work. What do you got? I don't know. I feel like a lot of that is compromised too about like you only have so much reach anymore, let alone grasp, as far as like the kind of consumer choices you can make versus the ones you're just sort of shunted into.
Yeah, fun's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets to have fun. Just a couple of people get to have fun.
Although my aunt and uncle traded in they had a BRZ and they traded it in for Polestar. So they were talking about
The one example of that happening.
I know it's well, you know what's funny is they were talking about like we were just talking about people admitting to like China being good. I had dinner table conversation around Christmas with family members who are not like progressive people who were like, yeah, we heard Polestar was, we heard they were with Geely, and we kind of figured if we were going to get an EV, this was where to go. Like, this is going to be the place to go to look at EVs. We're sticking with these guys. And I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Bit of a bellwether.
That is, yeah. I mean, I think that's another thing too. It's like on the China thing, the kind of like emergence of that into the mainstream, but also like the just 5 years ago, whatever, like the thing was like, oh, this is made in China, like it's a piece of shit.
It must be bad.
Like, everything.
Right.
Yeah. And like no one believes that anymore.
No.
And also the other thing too is like, I mean, the kind of like xenophobic or like patriotic car thing where it's like, oh, I would never buy a Japanese car, or I'd never buy a Korean car. Like, I need an American car or whatever. But it's like, that's gone entirely.
Yeah.
And like the people, I don't think anyone, I mean, it's like half the shit that you own is made in China already.
Yep.
So it's like
exactly.
It's not, Toyota and Honda coming to the United States, like in the mid-century America, like you already have a relationship with China.
Right. Peter, you probably remember at least some of the time period where it was like, oh, this is made in Japan, it must be bad, before everyone found out that it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and the thing about that shift in perception, where from made in Japan being something that was just kind of like cheap and disposable, to being something that's like, oh no, that's the good one.
Yep. Yeah.
That kind of took decades.
Yeah.
That took a fucking long time, and it kind of was helped by like, I mean, it was definitely certain things, like cars, like high-end electronics, stereo stuff or whatever.
Nakamichi tape deck, baby.
Musical instruments, whatever. But and then it kind of gradually filtered out from there. But I feel like that kind of shift in perception with Chinese stuff, I feel like that's happened. I mean, in much the same way that China's kind of economic kind of miracle as just it was kind of breathtaking, and it's just how quickly it happened. I feel like that shift in perception has kind of happened with equal rapidity. Yeah it is funny because that was like, again, another thing I can remember talking to like American car executives about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's like, do you think people would really buy a Chinese car? Like, we're kind of like enemies of China, and it's like, no, we're not. Like, this, you might be, and like they're like people like in political power might be, but like no one thinks that way. I mean, I don't even think there's like that much. I mean, actually, that's not true. I think liberals very much have an anti-Chinese political
stand, but it doesn't keep them from buying Chinese stuff, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right.
And,
Well, there's been
you know,
effort to manufacture that with all the, the very various, by God, that's Samantha Powers music type situations that you hear about in the news that everyone's kind of given up on now. But I remember during COVID, a lot of younger people, especially, I would hear about this from people I knew who were in their like early 20s who were kind of keeping an eye on this for me because I'm not in short form video world, but like there was a big resurgence of kind of anti-Chinese sentiment on places like TikTok because of COVID, where like a lot of young people were talking about like oh, China did this to us, and like this is all like some kind of Chinese plot, like, and that, but that also did not last. Bye, see ya. Now everyone's
it was like the Stop Asian Hate era.
Oh, I remember. The hashtag.
Yeah, it's kind of remarkable how quickly all of that evaporated.
How everything fell apart. All the propaganda stuff just collapsed, and now China's like, and we have EVs and trains. New train. Check it out.
Like, and anybody can go on YouTube and just like watch these like Western
Chinese
vloggers like visiting like these, these cities that just are just absolute wonders, and it's just like the jig is up, man. It's like
I Show Speed went to China. It's Jover.
No, there's no hiding it anymore.
No.
Yeah, the one kind of like place that I still see a lot of anti-Chinese sentiment is like Kevin Williams's comment sections on Inside EVs, where it's like racist against Kevin and also racist against Chinese people kind of simultaneously.
Double whammy.
Kevin, you're God's strongest soldier.
Yeah. But I think other than that, like that's I don't know. I think that the number of people who have like a strong anti-Chinese attitude that would keep them from buying a Chinese car is like vanishingly small these days, which is good.
Amen.
Actually, and good too, because I'll be with the Zeker boys on Sunday.
Yes, I'm very excited for your report.
Driving my first Chinese car.
Oh my God!
Excited,
Proper
dude.
Chinese car. Yeah.
So excited to hear about that.
Please.
I know. I'll call you from my Bluetooth connection on the Zeker.
Hell yeah!
So excited! Oh my God, I'm psyched. It's gonna be
good. Should we wrap with that?
Oh,
Got
I
an hour and a half?
I had one more.
Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say I wanted to do one quick in memoriam for 2025. I did want to say I know we lost Al Pierce last year, who was the long-running motorsports reporter and at Auto Week, frequent commentator on the Auto Week podcast.
Yep.
And I wanted to say that the summer before we started doing Tired, I was working in a machine shop, and all I was doing was listening to old episodes of the Auto Week podcast nonstop. The whole back catalog, very fun. Rory and all the crew. And I always really liked...
Is it still online somewhere?
My last existing feed that had the episodes is gone, but I have them all backed up, so I got them. I don't know if anyone else does, but I got that shit.
Wow.
But they're the episodes were always really fun. I always loved when Al would call in, and I loved his description of just like jumping in to reporting the way that he did very early in his career, just showing up and being like, I'll learn how to write about this stuff. Listen, give me a job. And I remember I had listened to one of those pretty soon after Peter called me and talked about like, hey, this is what I want to do, is start doing this thing. And I said like, yeah, I can jump in, learn how to produce a podcast. That's fine. And I remember at the time thinking about like, well, if a guy like Al Pierce can jump in and learn how to report on NASCAR and stuff, then like I could probably figure out how to do this on the fly, just like hop in and with both feet. So I just want to say thank you to Al and RIP. Really appreciate your contribution to the world of motorsports and off into the great blue yonder.
Yeah, that was a great dude. He was. I spent a lot of fun times hanging out with him in Daytona and kind of getting to know him. And was a fucking character, man. What a strange life story, and like what an odd guy. And I also like probably got into it more with Al than pretty much anybody I ever worked with.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah, he was not afraid to tell me when I was wrong. But anyway,
Yeah, I got to meet him that one year at the Coca-Cola 600 before before we moved away from Charlotte. I was just like, I can't have lived in Charlotte and not go to the
Coke 600.
yeah.
to the Speedway, and so did, and hung out in the press room a bit and got to hang out with him, and yeah, he was great. He was awesome. He had ridden down on his, or I think he had he like recently like broken his leg on
His arm
motorcycle or
falling
something?
over on the motorcycle going 5 miles an
Motorcycle,
hour.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, he seemed like a great dude.
Yeah, he was a good dude. It was. I was really glad when he did his. I think it was supposed to be his last Daytona. I like jumped famously Rory trip of like jumping down, getting on a plane for like 3 hours on the ground in Daytona and getting him a cake and getting him some recognition from the press room. And
That's cool.
Daytona was really cool, but. Yeah, that's a good one, Matty. That also, when you said that Al Pierce died, that feels like 40 years ago to me. Like that does.
That's
not
right. I
feel
came
like it happened this
upstairs
year.
because you were sitting
Yeah.
at the table, and I was like, "Does Rory know?" I'm not going to text Rory. I should go upstairs to let Rory know in
Yeah.
person that I'd heard.
That literally feels like maybe 5 years ago that happened.
I know.
Was this
What a
year.
year.
And Richard looked at me as kindly as he could and said, quote, "Boy, you don't know much, do you?" and I said to Richard, "No, sir, but I expect to learn." And if you ask him right now, what is the dumbest question he was ever asked, he'll probably point at me and say, so.
All right. Is that it?
Do we have any? I just one more thing.
Yeah. One more thing.
2026 automotive death pool.
Ooh.
In terms of like not people, like car makers. Who do we think will not make it to 2027?
I mean, there's probably some Chinese companies that are not going to make it, that are going to get rolled up into some other
Yeah.
companies. We've
What were
already
our
discussed that.
Big three, Li Auto, Neo, and there was one more.
Oh, I think those are just big three to us. I mean, I think there's so many other ones
Yeah.
that just kind of fledgling like brands that. No, I think there's a lot of consolidation still to
come.
happen in
Yeah.
Slate Truck's got to bite it, right?
No, they're not even selling cars until August. So they'll make it. If they would have to be in and out of the market in like 3 months, 4 months. I think they're going to make it past that. I think they actually. It'll be interesting to see how those sell, but I think like their model is interesting as far as like how cheap those cars are going to be to make.
Yeah.
And then like how they are going to distribute them, and it'll be interesting to see. Like, it may be naive to say this, but it's like because there's like so many hurdles with the EVs. It's like this is like if we're entering a period of like economic slowdown, and it's like where people do just need transportation, like the like hyper cheap modular pickup has like a real like William Gibson type appeal of like, oh, this is just the car that everyone has, like
Yeah.
Rory's bullish on the Slate Truck. I like it.
yeah. I mean, I'll be interested
I
to
am
see.
too. I mean, honestly, I think
Yeah.
if anybody that fucking can bring something to market for 30 grand, I think has a very good chance of succeeding.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If they can do that and make money doing it. I just think that like, yeah, people just need that.
Yeah.
People need an affordable fucking car.
Yeah.
It is like I said earlier. It's like if if the used car market was different, I would say like it would be fine to completely abandon like the bottom end of the market. And I think like if you're a full line automaker, it is fine to do that. Like you're making money elsewhere. But it's like, I can't believe that there aren't people who are just purely priced out of the market. You know what I mean? It's like, so like who would be a new car buyer if there was a car at their price point, you know what I mean? That
Right.
worked for them. So I think there'll be, but okay, let's see who's not gonna make it. I don't know. I think like, I mean, there are a lot of companies that are in trouble. Tesla's in trouble. I think Polestar's in trouble.
I wish
Yeah,
Tesla was
this was
normal.
I'm sorry. This was another one thing that one story of 2025 that we didn't touch upon at all was just the fucking Elon arc. For how fucking crazy that shit was, like in the first, in the Doge
I know.
era,
I know.
and how it just felt like, wow, this is, completely destroying this brand, and nobody wants to be associated with it, and people are fucking selling their cars and trading them in because they don't, they don't want to get shit thrown at them or whatever. Tesla stock, which did tank for a minute there, is currently as higher basically than it has ever been. It's completely recovered and then some.
It is.
So it's just just continuing to I guess like the other kind of overarching story of 2025 is just like, even as all this kind of calamity is unfolding in a million different ways, there's also that sense that we've talked about frequently of just like, just waiting for the other fucking shoe to drop. It's like, how long can this shit just all just kind of like, just somehow just like remain in that, that moment of like fucking Roadrunner, or while Wile E. Coyote like spinning his fucking legs like in midair, it's like what defying gravity, it's like how does this continue? And yet it continues.
I know. That's what he does. There's no consequences for anybody. Why would there be, right?
I think it's something that we've kind of been around in this episode, but I think like the last year has felt like unmoored from any type of reality. Like, and like the Tesla thing has always seemed crazy to me, and it's always seemed like, oh, okay, there's going to be consequences for this eventually. But it's like, I don't know, like maybe there isn't. Like maybe this is just, you know what I mean? It's like, I think I've talked about this too on the pod, but it's like 4 or 5 years ago, I remember seeing like durable goods numbers were really like scary low, like orders for like, and then I remember like digging in and finding like a bunch of other doomy kind of like classic economic indicators of like, oh, this is some bad's gonna happen, and then fucking COVID happened and nothing happened. Like like really it was fine. You know what I mean? Like from an economic standpoint, from like a like nothing has.
Well, it was the thing that kind of just derailed that whatever was going to happen. It's like it kind of like came in, gave this external reason for everything to just like tank in this completely insane way, and then they just fucking unleashed $4 trillion and just everything just like came.
Whoop.
It's just like a bellows on the fire, and it just exploded like twice as much as big as it was before.
Yeah, everyone's too big to fail except you and me. Everything's too big to fail except us, normal people with lives.
No, exactly.
Like there are economic consequences happening, but they're happening to like regular people. Like no one can get a job, and everyone's paying for their groceries. But like the system stays because that's where all the fail safes are.
It's the market. It's the people who are dependent on the market, which is the top 10% of, I mean,
Yeah.
who even have any stake in the market. And it's like everybody else is just kind of like,
Yeah.
whatever.
They're just keeping the building intact long enough to pull all the copper wire out, and then like you feel like eventually they'll probably blow it up, but like with all of us inside, but they haven't yet because there's still copper wire in the walls, I guess, and we find out how long it takes them to get it out, but like not yet.
So Tesla.
No, I mean, I don't. That's the thing is like I do not understand, other than like the meme stock part of it. I do not understand the case for Tesla. I cannot fucking imagine a person who can get dressed and get in a car and go to their office during the day, believing that they're gonna have AI and robots that like make money. Like that is not a thing for an adult to believe. I'm sorry.
I know.
But it's
I know.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, inshallah, if we lose Tesla this year, it will. Whatever else happens is fine. But yeah, I don't really have a death pool. I can't think of anybody who's, except for, like I said, those Chinese companies that probably won't make it.
I mean, I don't know that anybody's gonna be extinguished, but it does seem like, I mean, there's some up and some smaller struggling, I mean, like Lucid. I don't know how much longer, how much more kind of Saudi money Lucid and that bums me out because I think
those are sick.
They make really interesting, well-engineered cars. I would like them to succeed, but I wonder. I mean, I do wonder. Like, Stellantis seems like
One to watch.
just a mess.
They just
they
just released a new TRX today. Ram TRX. They're back, baby.
Is that going to be the thing that
They did. No, they just like rolled one out, I think, yesterday.
Oh, okay. I missed this.
It's like
I've been off of the
Smart.
their
auto beat.
strategy is it is 2019 again. Like that is what they're doing.
Fair enough.
Which maybe that's fine. Like maybe that works.
Yeah. Like the Chrysler brand. I wonder about the Chrysler brand.
Chrysler brand is very why does that exist? Just sell that one minivan. Just make it a Dodge and call it.
The beautiful, the humble Pacifica.
A really nice car.
They're
Really-
great. I love them. Moving vehicle of your dreams.
Yeah. I would say like Volkswagen has a lot of brands that are in trouble, but like none of those seem ripe for spiking. You know what I mean? Like they'll have a purpose and a place.
Right.
Like they're not going to get rid of Bentley or Audi. But yeah, Chrysler brand would be that is a pretty big question mark as to why that's still happening. I'm sure it's like they have some legal obligations to dealers and stuff is a lot of it. But yeah, I think everybody makes it. I think everybody's going to make it through 2026. That's my prediction.
I like it.
All the car companies.
Hey, hopefully
There's
all of us do.
there's a message of hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, I don't necessarily think that's a good thing, but I do think they are all going to make it.
Do we have?
Did you see?
You first.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do we if we're pivoting to Posy, do we have things we're
Predictions.
looking forward to in the new year?
No.
For this year automotively.
No, categorically no.
Understandable.
Yeah, I have some. I mean, I have some things I'm hopeful about, but I would say that looking forward is a very strong. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I'm looking forward to some just race stuff. Just
Me
see what
too.
happens.
Yeah, good to some races. Yeah.
I'm psyched for this year. I have plenty of stuff to look forward to. I'm Posy. I'm keeping it chill. I'm feeling good.
I think the Aston Martin Valkyrie is going to win some races.
I would love that.
I'm
That'd be cool.
excited for that.
That'd be cool.
I'm excited for the Valkyrie. I'm excited for Cadillac and F1. I'm excited for both of my boys on Trackhouse in Cup this season. What else? I'm gonna have a great year. Motorsports fully. I'm gonna have a good time. Everything else, I have no idea. Could all go horribly wrong. But motorsports looking great. Gonna be fun for me.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Looking forward is strong. Like I said, it'll be good to get to some races this year. It's like there's so much uncertainty too. It's like I would say like the alloy stuff I'm really looking forward to, but it's like
that was
right now
from last year.
It's like that's something that happened already, and like now it needs to happen way more for me to feel good about it. So like. Definitely not like there's a more dread. I mean, I think it is going to work, and like I think it's going to be great. But it's fucking stressful to think about. It's not like I'm sitting here like, ooh, this is going to be a good time.
Right.
Right.
It is uncertain. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I'm looking forward to. Nothing.
Ba 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 doo 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 doo.
Clip that.
Nothing. Every day has been worse than the last. So that's what I'm looking forward to so far. Anyway, stay tired.
Yeah. All right.
All right, boys.
All right. Stay tired. Peace out.
Stay tired.
Now Peter's got the balloons.
Wait.
They went off. Oh my God. It happened.
How did that?
I had to use my Kraftwerk sample
crazy.
again. That was exciting.
How?
I don't know how
What?
you did it. I don't know.
You do the peace sign.
I thought that like one of you guys made that happen.
No,
I thought that was,
So
and then
did I.
I realized, oh no, that's just happening in my window. Like, did my gesture make that happen?
You did
You
it
did.
somehow. I don't know how. They're back. Oh my God. This is crazy. The ghost.
But
Which
Rory,
is-
when you were doing it, you weren't.
No, it
Were
was
you doing
happening.
a gesture? It was just
I
like
don't think
happening
so.
at random intervals.
It's funny
It just
because like
seemed
people use Google Meets for like serious. Like we could be having like a divorce proceeding, or like like I could be getting sentenced to something right now,
Right.
and the balloons
like
could have gone up.
balloons go up.
The
Yeah.
balloons have chosen a new host for 2026. This is very exciting.
That's amazing.
Peter's the balloon pope now.
Yeah.
He's the party pope.
Wow.
Oh my
Good.
God. It's like the ring.
Oh.
That's fantastic.
All right.
I get to. Where's my Kraftwerk sample? I have to find that again. I used to
Yeah,
play that when
you
Rory's
gotta,
would
you
go
gotta bring
off.
it up. Damn, that was wild.
Delightful.
Okay.
I'm so happy. Happy
Hey.
New Year! Yay!
You know what? Maybe nothing to look forward to, but it is nice to be surprised sometimes by the balloons.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, boys.
Happy New Year,
right.
fellas.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Stay tired.
Stay tired, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Al, as always, pleasure having you on.
Glad to do it. Hope I didn't talk too much.
Nope, that'll never happen. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you then.
All right, guys. Take care.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye-bye.